Well, that massive surge happening in Texas, just one of several manhunts happening right now. There are also searches for escaped inmates. Remember these guys in Mississippi, also right now in Virginia. So let's bring in retired FBI special agent and NewsNation Law and Justice contributor, Jennifer Coffey. Jennifer, great to speak with you. First, I want to start with that breaking news Stephanie just updated us with, that this suspect may have been spotted about 17 minutes away from where she was located in Cleveland, Texas. Kind of walk us through what is likely happening as investigators are potentially moving in on this suspect.
Well, first of all, this is just very good news, and the whole reason behind this $80,000 reward. When the FBI and law enforcement doesn't have leads, that's when you're going to see money hit the table, and that's what happened here. So they're going to be really relying on individuals in the public to bring forth comments. So right now they are cordoning off that area. They are setting up perimeters. They're obviously making sure that local residents, schools, and so forth know about the situation so they can stay in place and be on extra vigilance as the law enforcement officers, over 200 of them, try to search for Oropeza.
You know, Jennifer, this man is obviously very, considered very, very dangerous based on what he's accused of doing. So how rare is it for law enforcement? The FBI here, we just had an agent on camera saying, we have no tips, we have no leads. How common is that to happen, and what is happening in this process that they don't have any leads?
Well, I think it is somewhat uncommon from the standpoint of usually this is the point where we go to intelligence-based searching, meaning they're going to look at his cell phone, his messages that he made before and after the event, who he's connected with. And I would submit that agents are looking through that and trying to figure out who he is associated with. But without a cell phone, is he going to even be able to make contact? It's really concerning when you look at the fact. I think also you have to consider the fact that he is an illegal immigrant, and so is one of the other escapees from Virginia. And the reason that's so relevant is because they have contacts across the border. They're used to going back and forth, and they have a system for doing that in individuals they know on the border. So certainly that's going to be a heightened area of alert for law enforcement.
Absolutely, yeah, since we know he was deported at least 4 times from the U.S. So, Jennifer, how much of this do you think is potentially a ploy? Maybe this is intentional because, you have focused a lot on the Idaho college killings there. We know about the arrest of Bryan Kohberger. Police went weeks without releasing information. A lot of people were frustrated, including, many members of the victims' families. But we ultimately learned, they did have a suspect. They had identified Kohberger. They had been monitoring him. So is there potentially a chance in this case in Cleveland, Texas, that law enforcement does know more than they are telling the public, but it is all in the guise of trying to get this person into custody?
Well, I think the original words that we heard from the special agent in charge in the Houston division were very honest and sincere. I think they really, truly just did not know where he was. And again, that's why you see this large reward. But I also believe that agents are working double time behind the scenes to not only do canvasses throughout, but also look at all his associations and make contact with them and do everything in their power to close in on this man.
Okay, and really quickly here, Jennifer, we talked about it at the top of this, but there are also manhunts going on right now for escaped inmates in Mississippi, in Virginia. Is this happening more frequently, or is it just that we cover it so it seems like it's happening more frequently?
Well, I think the media is doing an excellent job of covering all of this, and thank goodness, because so oftentimes this is how these individuals are captured. And these law enforcement officers need to be looking at all homes that are for sale, that are abandoned, in and around the area where they escaped, because likely they could be there.
All right, Jennifer Coffendorfer, great insight as always. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.